This video is going to be a self-reflection of my time here at home. Coming home to Illinois where I grew up, it was for a very special occasion. My dad's turning 60. That'll never happen again. I kind of booked it on a short notice, and I'm really glad that I did. I'm really glad that I came back. It's been a very interesting day and a half. Just a day, I guess. Leaving tomorrow. So it's a very short trip, but in this short time, I feel like I've got to do a lot. And maybe it's just a lot of stuff that really matters. So it's hitting really good. In that, there's a couple key things that I definitely want to reflect on. I mean, thinking and contrasting every Saturday that I have great Saturdays. But this one lasted like so long and felt like I got to do so much stuff. And so much stuff that like really truly mattered. And I think a bit of my routine burns through some of those Saturday mornings. I think I make the most of Saturday evenings, but like the weekend as a whole, maybe not. And I'm not sure what it is about this, if it's just the trip and being away that's helping it make it feel a little bit more meaningful in a weird way. A lot has happened, I guess, with celebrating my dad's birthday. I got to talk to my uncle after about 15 years probably on the phone because he had called my dad. And just a lot of realizations, cruising around my hometown and went for a walk. My dad and I worked on my motorcycles, got those running because I've been trying to sell them. Took a ride, which is, walking is an incredible experience for being able to kind of unlock your mind. And the stillest my mind ever is probably when I'm on a motorcycle. Riding a motorcycle is one of the most freeing experiences in the world to me. And so getting to take that and utilize that experience, and maybe I'll get one more ride in tomorrow. Just short rides, 10, 15 minutes, but I've never been to therapy, but this is better than that, I think. It's one of the best feelings in the world to me. And it's very calming. So, got to do that. And just everything just starts to feel different coming back here. One of the key things that I really want to focus on or think about, and I want to be intentional about this, is highlighting the difference between where I live now and where I come from. And sometimes people ask me, and I guess I can rattle off a couple high-level ideas that you probably could know without living in both places, but there's other nuances that I think are incredibly important. And I think I've realized a lot of those, or am coming to the realization of a lot of them. It is different here. I like it better where I'm at now. But I do enjoy coming back and kind of getting that perspective. I told my friend this last time. It's just like everything seems smaller. Like I seem bigger. I don't know. It's weird. It's not like I've physically grown in the time that I've been gone or in the last 15 to 20 years. But everything starts to feel much smaller here. Towards the evening when we started grilling out with my family, my brother came over, my nieces, just nice little family gathering. I was able to talk to my uncle, and my uncle is someone I have not seen or talked to in a very long time, just because my dad's side of the family is up north in Minnesota. And after my grandparents passed away and like life happened or life started to get busier, I just never really went back up there. And it's something that I've been okay with. It's just an interesting conversation. And one of the key things that I remember is he'd asked me what I've been up to and like what I've been doing with all my time. And I just told him, well, I stay pretty busy and dedicated to work. And he said something that he's like, well, you're just like your dad, just like your grandpa. And I remember being younger, and that was everything I ever wanted, was to just be like them. And I guess from a certain perspective, I kind of achieved that. of being a really hard worker who achieved a lot. And even though like I kind of looking at different ways and trying to leverage that in a different way, probably that kind of hit in a really strong way. And it's something that I'm definitely going to take away from this trip. And just in general, I took probably about half a dozen to a dozen photos and took the video of, singing happy birthday to give my dad his cake. Just documenting things that are important that for years and years I kind of didn't do, like go by the wayside. It's one of the benefits of the change is writing more and journaling more and documenting these videos. My perspective and my mindset's changing, and I think it's incredibly beneficial to me. Regardless of whatever potentially comes out of it, this is worthwhile for me, and that's the biggest part that's enjoyable, I guess. So a couple really big observations. Time this weekend has been much slower, and I feel like I've been able to accomplish so many things and experience so many things, and that's been fantastic because I was really worried about the trip being so short. I mean, really, it's a 2-day turnaround in Illinois to back out of Illinois, so that was really worrisome, but I think that it's been very beneficial. Now, I've had to be focused. Like a lot of my previous trips, I've been trying to see everybody I can, like 4 or 5 different groups of people, and I think it's just chaos. And I think I might need to just dedicate a weekend here and a weekend there to different groups. I think that the world has much more definition in it lately. With all of my exercise and with all of my practice and presence, I think I see the world just a little bit differently, and I think I see it with more definition, and I think I see and feel more of what's around me. And I think that's incredibly powerful. I think what I felt like I was missing, I feel like I'm no longer missing it. So I think that that's a productive outcome. And then lastly, kind of in another sense, maybe the other side of the same coin, I feel like my perspective is way clearer, just in general, on pretty much every aspect of it. And I think it will only become more clear as I kind of reflect on it and probably write about it and journal about it. I have thoughts that I don't think are fully formed yet on it. But all in, this has been a fantastic little trip that has made me feel a lot of my change that I've been working on recently. And it was a big aspect of recording this reflection video. I come up with a lot of videos that are very important to me and have a lot of value. This one's really just for me. And hopefully there's something that can be taken away, but if not, I hope you enjoy the next one. So, ultimately, if you look at the outcomes that I've been able to achieve and the way that I'm looking at experiences, I think there's value there. But either way, I enjoy it. So, remember, you can't lose if you don't quit.